Yeah, it's the hashtag Ask Matt Covert section. Ask me anything you want in the little subscription box right there, or use the hashtag Ask Matt Covert on Facebook or Twitter. And I've got one here from Turtle Shark Shooter from Instagram. He says, I'd be curious to hear your thoughts about spritzing 200 treadwear tires between runs on a hot summer day. And of course, he's talking about spraying the tires with waters like you see people doing in autocross. Well, let's talk about that for just a second. I have a few thoughts about this, and I'm going to counter with a question right at the beginning. And that question is, how do you know you even need to put water on your tires? Why are you doing that, right? There's two methods that I have seen in the past couple of years to figure out if you need to put water on your tires or not. Okay, the first one that I've seen is the hand test. I can't say this one's very reliable because all the people are doing are going up to their tires and putting their hand on them. They tell me that if the tire's hot enough and they take their hand away because it's too hot, then they'll spray it with water. It's not very scientific, is it? I don't think that's a really good idea. There's really no data in there whatsoever. Okay, the second method is, you're not going to believe this, the everyone else method. When everyone else starts spraying water on the tires, it's time for you to do it too. I can't say there's a whole lot of science in that one either, to be quite honest. I think these are both ridiculous methods, and I've never heard anyone actually give me a good answer, okay? This is the answer that I have for you, okay? And it's another question, right? My question to you is, and it's the only way to solve this problem, what is the manufacturer tire rating for optimal performance at temperature? Okay? Every tire has a temperature range from here to here where the tire will perform best at a certain temperature. Okay? I was on the Z2s last year. My tires did really well anywhere between 120 and 135 degrees. Okay? That gives us something to go on. Okay? If you wanted to, you would call Dunlop and say, hey, I need to know what the optimal temperature range is of this tire. Right? Now, the only way to use this information is if you're at the track and here's your tire, right? And you take 3 temperature readings across the surface, right? You need to know how hot the tire actually is, okay? These guys with the hand method, I don't know how they know what their temperature is, okay? And this one is just as ridiculous. Say that you get a reading that is 90 degrees in all 3 places. Well, the tire is obviously not warm enough yet. Okay, if you go spraying water on this tire, 90 degrees is pretty hot if you put your hand on something black, right? If you put your hand on this tire, it's not going to tell you one way or the other. You need to take a pyrometer, which is just a temperature measuring device, and you need to see for sure, okay? You can't put water on this tire. If you do, you'll cool it off, and it'll stay even further outside the range of this optimal temperature range, right? Once you see a temperature that is above 135, obviously then you could think about putting water on it. I've never had to put water on tires ever. I live in the Northeast. I see days that are 90 degrees, super hot, super humid, and the tires are hot. I wouldn't want to put my hands on them, but I've never seen something over 135 degrees, so I've never put water on tires. I don't think it's necessary. That being said, if you're dual driving a car and it's getting twice as many runs, there's a really high probability that you're going to be above this range. And yeah, you might want to consider putting some water on it, okay? And, I've never seen anyone do this, but I was just thinking about it a couple weeks ago. I don't know why people don't use leaf blowers instead to try and cool down their tires, okay? The problem with water is that you can't really evenly spray a tire all the way around to cool it off, okay? I think you could do that with a leaf blower. Interesting. We may be on the cutting edge of something new and interesting here. But that's neither here nor there, okay? If you're not outside this optimal temperature range, okay, then there's no need to put water on the tire. Call the manufacturer, get the range, get your pyrometer, take tire temperatures, and go from there. It's the only way to do something scientific. And please stay away from this one. Don't do what everyone else is doing. It's not going to work for you.